We're going back into court after that recess, man. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny insignificant, to tell the truth. Hold up, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, and it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin' at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the place locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for examples. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seeing it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab that bull by the horns. Sometimes, you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I got a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. Rabble, 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 rabble! I love how court is pretty much just where people go for entertainment in this world. You and me both, Judge.
I'd like to resume?
Yeah? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh, shit.
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, knees weak, arms are heavy. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, that vomit on your sweater already. What's more is your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, and you've just let out Mom's spaghetti.
It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable!
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me. Knock, knock.
Well, who's there?
The hell is this guy? The hell is this dude? A strange, stuffy aura seemed to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he?
Ah, It's you.
This guy's got some man titties on him. Look at that. Look at that. He's not even saying a word. Oh. Sorry I'm late, Yuji. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see. Hey, Yuji. How you been? Swim much these days?
Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy schmizzy, Yuji. My boy, you need to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed.
Yuji seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Righto, the attorney. Man, I've heard good things about you, son. Huh? Oh, thanks. So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Oh, jolly. Little Worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief police?
Joe, the chief of police?
He is the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
Oh man, all the bigwigs are involved in this case. The name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everybody.
So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over, 2 years, that magic number. 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's Worthy here. Look at that poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Whoa, that's the scarf! The muffler! So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that red muffler. Yeah, but to think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Really quite embarrassing. Even for us. What is...
Nani?
Why, this is what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing this is. Objection! Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
Mr. Edgeworth?
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect to let us do our jobs? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistake that the signature is, well, Miles Edgeworth? That's no fair. The day of the crime, you had your heads in the cloud because you had that award. I know how you feel, but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major
blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yeah, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, then I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Alright. What's on the tag? Let's see what's on the tag. Probably just the evidence tag. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something like similar before. The DL6. Yeah, I was thinking it was a case code as well. But it's strange, huh? What is it? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters that look a lot like this somehow. I have an idea where we've seen them. I got a good idea where we've seen them. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. SL92. Yeah, okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. I like this. Let's hit the switch. Oh! Whoa. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. The dark red stain. Is that blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
Why, I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask for you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife?
Yeah, sure. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Oh, easy peasy, buddy. Yuji, my boy. You see, this knife is special, but I can't say how here, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do any investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it, but it's that SL9 case. He wants me to find it. He wants me to find it, man. This is the other murder we saw in the intro scene. That's hush-hush information, Yuji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Order!
Anyway, we at the department were flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of top secret investigation, so don't tell anyone, okay?
I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? Oh, the chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Ah, yes, very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Well, we have evidence around this SL case. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Check this case. Right now it looks like 67S, but you flip this around 212 221 and it's SL9. If you flip all that upside down. Dude, that's so cool. Cuz this is, let's check this again. There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? Okay, so SL92. All right, we got to go back then. Evidence of a connection between this knife and Goodman. Well, yeah, I think it's obvious this victim's note right here. Objection! Wait a second there. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection! This knife! This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from the judge? This is great! Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was written on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7S. 12, 2?
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside down?
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Bum, 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 bum.
I see.
When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down.
SL9? That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. I will have order in this courtroom. Well, Chief.
Well, oh man, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So now he's giving us this extra information. Okay. Okay. Press it. So this knife was stolen? Was stolen? From the police department, I guess? Yes. But on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice! Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case I long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective... Hold on. Something didn't happen at the police department too, did it? Oh, you got a good look in your eyes there, righty, my boy. All right, he's just gonna tell us the next part. All right, then what do we do here? Let's keep pressing. Let's just keep pressing. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That is a fact! Isn't it surprising, Yuji?
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help us, right? I suppose I could help if you help by giving me data on your case. Whoa! Good one. This kid's sharp. All right, kid, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and you tell, and one thing only. All right. One thing and one thing only. How the victim was killed, when the victim died, how the victim found. What does chat think? What do you guys think in the chat? What should I do? What information would be better for us here about this mystery murder? Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, or when the victim died? You guys think where? I guess when, I know, yeah. And how? Did it say it was stabbed? All right, you're right. I think I do know the rest. We do know the rest because we know the victim was stabbed, I believe. Actually, we don't know. I'm not certain if we know. Is this SL2 knife? No, that's from a separate case entirely. I should have been paying more attention. I'm gonna go with where because the more people in chat said that one. Well, we do already know where, at the police department, but I want to know if it was in a parking garage, in a car. I want to know the specifics. There's also 2 police buildings total, right? All right, we're going where? So tell me then, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Evidence room? Wait a second, I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. I think he did it on purpose, though. With the link established between the two cases, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant and testify about the details. It's not officially linked here to this case, so I can't talk much about it. Hold on. So I just... Not officially linked. But it is. It is officially linked. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What is your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is clear, Your Honor. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from police department's evidence room, right? Not to mention the victim had written down the numbers of the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective at the police department was killed in the very same room.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to figure out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet at all. Can't we get the information unofficially? Let's see. Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Rexwrath, Fedora Friday. Friends, hello, welcome to the stream where we're playing some Phoenix Wright on the bonus case. Hope you're all having a great dang day. Come on in. That's the wrong scene. All right, so sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? 2 detectives were killed at 5:50. Oh, is that just his final revised testimony I hear or something then? Let's press this, I guess. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's division, the victim's gender, the victim's ID number. I don't know. Let's go for the division? Okay, well, what division was the victim stationed in? Oh, you want to know that, do you? Do you? Criminal Affairs, Division 1. The detectives responsible for homicide cases. Homicide? That would be the same division as Gumshoe. Detective Goodman, who was killed in the underground parking lot, was in homicide too. It's almost like a serial killer was after homicide detectives. Except the serial killing happened simultaneously, scientifically speaking. Well, I sure hope Detective Gumshoe isn't next on the list. Okay. There's gotta be something else in that menu I can do. So if they're there's a lot of connections. Let's check the ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. 5842. 189. Yo, shit, Spark Wolfie. Dude, did you just get your freaking sub button? Sorry, not sub button. Everybody gets a sub button now. Did you just get your verified badge? Dude, congratulations. And it just happened today? Way to go, man. That is super dope. Nani? Oh, man, that's rad. Now I'm going to be getting way more wolf emotes. Hail to the yeah. Hail to the yeah, dude. All right. I got to dive back into this case, man, but congratulations, dude. All right, so the number matches Goodman's ID number perfectly.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. Oh, it drives me nuts.
8, 2. Oh, I just can't do it. It's too many numbers for me.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim, it does tell me something. It gives me something. All right, Your Honor, it does. I think, meaning, it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say.
You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you, Phoenix?
You know what it tells me? Right here. All right, witness. At least call him Chief. Something doesn't add up here, man.
Well, what is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. Police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Whoa, is it yours?
No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, the detective, Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secrets. Detective Goodman's ID number is also 5842189.
And this means what exactly?
It means you're an idiot.
Wait a minute. That ID number we heard from the chief earlier, that started with 82. Oh, wait, no, I've forgotten.
The number on the chief's, the number the Chalif piece gave us was 5842189. A direct match. Wait a second, right? What is this? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. 2 ID numbers that are identical. In other words, the detectives killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goldman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho. Sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack.
But wait a minute, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time! I feel like I gotta go Super Saiyan when I object like that. Nani? That's impossible! So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location? Crazy talk. Absurd.
Order, 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 Chief. What does this mean?
No, I want to know. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yeah, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Hell no! Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave oversight. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer, Meekins, who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? That's right, the duty dismissed! Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait a minute. Ahem. Oh, I'm just a little police officer. Excuse me. Was Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here at the request of the chief, sir, and I got your report. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report? Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem... Wow, that's mean, man. In any case, this is a serious error of gross negligence on your part, Worthy. But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, huh? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. New evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. And how is this relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. That's why he was making it so transparent, man. He knew. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Thank you for some...
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
You are becoming a thorn in my side, Worthy. There have been rumors. After all, you were in the defendant's chair just last year. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth,
please, just give me one more day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. Well, you better get the results this time, really. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, man.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. We will grant one further day as requested by the prosecution. Will this be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, I hope for your sake it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Dang, dude. That was a short, like, little bonus same-day trial chapter. Interesting. Is it just me, or does it feel like Gant set Edgeworth up there for failure? I don't know. Something's fishy about Gant, especially that music.